Hi you guys, it is an incredibly windy day today, but I am loving it. I love the fact that it is nice, cool wind, plus you've got the sun here as well, so you get a mixture of warmth and coolness. To me, it's just the perfect weather, so I'm really happy to be outside and taking that in the fresh air. And to be surrounded by the ducks, you may be able to hear them in the background. They're making a little bit of noise. I just absolutely love it. So this morning has been a little bit of a slow morning for me, but I'm going to be honest and say I'm very thankful that I had a sleep in this morning. I think the last couple of mornings I do tend to get up around the time that Greg leaves for work because my body just feels like it's still in that mode where I was doing a 9-to-5 job, and sometimes when Greg wakes up it makes me feel like I need to get up and be productive and get things done. So it's good to have a successful mindset like that, but I feel like anything noisy, tapping, you know, the house making squeaky, creaky noises, you know, just like it does when it's windy and all that sort of stuff, I wake up from that. Like I can't sleep through noises. And so going back to my point is that my body seemed to really need me to sleep this morning, that after about 5-10 minutes of hitting the pillow, you know what I mean, not technically throwing myself onto a pillow, but just relaxing and lying down, I just slept for 2 hours straight. I needed it. Oh, I love how these ducks do this funny thing where they get their neck really close to their shoulders. I don't know if you've seen that before. I'll see if I can, he looks like he's really cold. Are you cold, buddy? They all look a little bit like that. Maybe they're all feeling the cold. You have feathers. Anyway, I'm out here not wearing a jumper, not wearing anything really. I mean, yeah, it's a vest, but it doesn't really warm me up. It's kind of like stylish. That's why I wore it. So yeah, I had a sleep in this morning, and then after that I thought to myself, I definitely want to do a makeup tutorial, so I'm really doing my best to keep up with those for you guys. And since we're on the topic of makeup, I want to say a massive thank you to those of you who have been using my link or affiliate code. Let me just get this right, hold on a second, my words are twisting and turning in my mouth. Thank you for using my code and clicking on my affiliate link to order yourself something. I am so grateful for that. Yes, I do get a small commission from that, but I never make it a habit of pushing people to order something that I'm a brand for. So the fact that, you know, some of you have actually done that for yourselves and it benefits you, thank you, because you know, that means a lot to me. And I really do believe that the stuff that you get will be great for you too, because I don't just sign up to any sort of brand, or the thing is, I don't tell you unless I've tried it myself and I know that it works. Let's put it that way. I'm very good at saying yes to a lot of things, but I'm learning as I get wiser that I can say yes to something, but it doesn't necessarily mean that I'm going to refer it to other people if it doesn't work for me. Does that make sense? So I'm one of those people who says, yeah, let's take an opportunity by the balls. Excuse my language. I know no children are watching this, so I don't have that problem, but that's kind of how I live my life, is that I feel like sometimes you just gotta say yes and then figure out whether or not it's gonna work out for you. Honestly, it looks like my hair is part of the tree. I didn't really mean for that to happen. Oh my gosh. Oh, it's so windy, but I love it. I really love it. We are not close to the beach, so the lake is the closest place for me to take in the fresh air and be close to nature. And I must admit, there is something really special about being at the lake as well as being at the beach. I have family members that live by the beach, and I consider that to be a great way to live. Please excuse the hair. It's like it doesn't want me to talk properly. But when you're by the lake, there's a sense of, it just seems a lot more solitude than a beach. I feel like there's almost always somebody on the beach, sitting down, or, which is fine. I mean, that's what beaches are for. They're supposed to be public places to hang out. But not many people seem to gravitate towards the lake, and it's really funny because they live right next door to it, so, you know. I think now that I'm walking, it's probably really good for my body, so I'm just taking that opportunity to get up and move and talk to you guys as I'm walking around. I seem to be okay doing that. Hey everybody! Hi! We are on our way to the Ainslie Football Club as promised. I was going to film a video of our trip on the way there and see what happens. So we are just leaving our home, and there was something I wanted Greg to mention about, so that's what we're going to talk about right now. So I had a conversation with all my subscribers and viewers earlier about, hang on, I haven't even gotten there yet, when we went to Luna Park and we went on the roller coaster. I believe it was called the Mousetrap. Yeah. And I know that Greg has a better, okay, he has a different story to explain exactly what happened when we went on this roller coaster, because we were talking about different types of adrenaline, and our types of adrenaline seem to be scary movies and well, in this case it was a roller coaster. So what do you remember of it?
Well, you didn't want to be in the front seat, and the driver was arguing with you like, come on, just get in the front seat. You awakened at the handbag. I'm like, no, I don't want to be in the front seat. And then I ended up getting in the front seat in the end, and Shani was in the back, and then we went around, started going around it, and then right in the middle of the thing there's like this little dip that went up and then back up, down and back, then back up, and as I was going woo, Shani was going oh no, and we hit our heads together.
Yeah, and it did hurt. I felt it. I was basically leaning forward because I don't like looking down at going down on a roller coaster. I get more fearful when I see what's coming, whereas Greg's the opposite. He likes to see what's happening, and he was so excited about the roller coaster ride that he decided to swing his arms back and his head back at the same time that I decided I would lean forward and close my eyes, and of course we collided. And I believe it was just in time where they take the photos, you know, at roller coasters of people's reactions when they either get really scared or are really happy. But I will say, I don't think I've always been like that. I'm pretty okay with most. Okay, maybe it was as I got older, I found that roller coasters were hard for me to deal with, because believe it or not, I went on a roller coaster in Las Vegas with my sister, and that was a loop. So we basically went upside down, and she was screaming the whole time, and I was talking the whole time, because that's what I do when I'm nervous about something. I talk like this. You don't even need to give me a drink. I will just blah blah blah, because that's my way of dealing with fear. I just talk and talk and talk and talk. And yeah, my poor sister, who's like 13 years older than me, was screaming her head off, hoping that the ride would end any minute now. And that was Las Vegas, but we went to Luna Park in Sydney. So yeah, I don't know if Greg is brave enough to go to Las Vegas and try out this roller coaster.
The only other roller coaster I ever went on was on the Gold Coast at Movie World, and that was the Scooby-Doo one.
What was that like?
You went, it was like a indoor roller coaster sort of thing. So you went in, they put you lifts that went up, and all of a sudden you dropped backwards. And
oh no, thanks. That's all yours.
I had fun in that one. It was pretty cool.
I'm sure you did.
I was about 12, 13 at the time.
Yeah.
So I was still fairly young.
You were lung?
Lung.
You were lung, baby?
Young. Yeah.
Can you just excuse the fact that our faces are red? We are currently sitting at a traffic light. Just in case you thought there was something wrong with my camera and lighting. No, it was, we were sitting at a traffic light. There were some other really good rides at the Luna Park, but I don't think you and I actually went on them. I remember going with a friend of mine a while back, and I'm pretty sure we went on about 4 or 5 rides. But did we do more than the mousetrap? We did the what is it, the wheel? We did the, oh geez, what's it called? Not the Wheel of Fortune. What's that one that you basically sit on, and I consider it to be a very boring type of ride, but people like it because it's easy, and if they're not used to rides, they're not going to throw up on anyone because it's just...
Oh, that's like some sort of spinning, that one that you sat down and they just span you around, that sort of thing. That one.
Yeah, well you just go, yeah, what's that called? I can't believe I've forgotten the name. It was like right at the tip of my tongue.
It's not like the teacups or the...
No, baby, it's, you go up in the air, remember? It's like circular. It's not the aisle of something. Ferris wheel, that's it, the Ferris wheel. So we went, I'm pretty sure we went on that together. But I honestly don't think we did many rides that day. I really can't remember. We ate.
I know some of it was sort of closed off too, so that didn't help. So I can't remember.
Oh, okay. Because I can tell you what I've been on. I just can't actually tell you if Greg has been on the same one with me. Yeah. But I went on the Tango train.
I think we went on that.
Okay. We've done a fair amount of rides in our lifetime. I mean, obviously still more yet to do, but as I was telling you guys earlier, I haven't told Greg this, but I know he knows this anyway. I don't like the whole dropping rides. I don't like seeing the people holding on or just sitting on a row of seats and then all of a sudden dropping with a massive ride. That just, I don't understand the concept of it. And then when they're screaming, I just can't imagine why they would scream, because it's just, to me, so scary. And the other one is like I think they call it like the shipwreck or something, and it swings from side to side.
Probably fun.
Yeah, we'll see. I wouldn't go on that. He would.
It's like a giant swing.
Understand that, honey, but some people don't have the stomach for it. And I don't have the stomach for it. Honey, you've never been on one anyway. So, you have, okay, fine, talk about it then.
It's literally, you sit on the pirate ship and they swing you up and they get you pretty much almost vertical, which is pretty cool. Some of them. And it's just like a feeling of being on a swing, but it's like more powerful and you get to go higher than you've ever been before, sort of thing. It's pretty cool. I like it. And you're strapped into a seat, honey, so you're not...
That's not what I'm scared of. The thing I'm scared of is the fact that the ride is bigger than I am, which means I have no control. That's why it scares me. But I have, look, fine, so what? I've done the teacup ride. Everyone's done it once in their life, I'm sure.
Did the cha-cha.
did the cha-cha. Then the other one is the spider. I really like the spider ride. That's pretty cool. It's that kind of spins you around up in the air though, not like a teacup on one level. It just moves up and down and spins you around.
Okay.
Kind of makes you feel sick if you've eaten, but you don't do that. Well, they always make it a habit. Sorry, we're at another traffic light and there's a car in front of us with red lights. They make it a habit of letting you know you have to be a certain height to get on the rides. You guys know this anyway, and you have to make sure you haven't just eaten or whatever the sort of thing you do. Yeah, okay, not everybody knows that, and heart conditions and so on and so forth. One that you've been in.
Okay.
Okay?
I went to the one in Queenstown, but just for the viewers.
And he went on his own, and he's even got a t-shirt to prove it.
The Fear Factory. I was able to outlast Ed Sheeran, which was good. I didn't get on the chicken wall. Ed Sheeran got on the chicken wall. He was too scared.
Yeah, well, that's...
And they keep sending me invites to come back every time he goes, has a thing in Queenstown, he won't go back.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know about that.
Yeah.
Well, at least you're not chicken, honey. We know that.
I got lost in there though. I was sitting there following their red dots, and then they're like, wrong way. I'm like, well, what way do you want me to go? I'm following your red dots, and then all of a sudden they finally got me into the right direction. I was like, oh, okay, fair enough. But yeah, no, it was pretty cool.
He went all by himself. Like he didn't even join another group. You just was all by yourself.
Yeah, they weren't allowed to put you with other groups apparently.
Okay, well some people, as I said with my one, it didn't matter. We just all went in together.
Mm.
But with yours, it sounds like they have rules about... That wasn't after COVID, was it?
No, it was before.
It was, that's what I thought. It was before that happened. Anyway.
Before Rona.
Yeah, before Rona. But anyway, so yeah, Greg has made it through. He's even got a souvenir shirt, and I can tell that he had a really great time. We even celebrated by having ice cream afterwards. I remember that now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look, I will admit that I don't cope very well with people jumping out at me. I don't remember it happening much when I went in that other haunted house without my mother, but I think because I was so young at that time, I probably really didn't know what was going on, whereas now that I'm 27 and 28 in August, which is really not far away, I'm so aware of what's going on around me that if you've ever seen those videos of people being so scared that they drop to the floor because they can't handle it, that's pretty much my reaction. If people start jumping out at me, I don't know who they are or what they are doing, or I can't handle it. Whereas Greg probably just, whatever, I'm gonna get to the end of this.
Oh, worst, I think I swore. They said you could swear to whatever you want in there.
Just don't hit them.
Just don't hit the hit the actors. It was hilarious. I was like, oh, okay.
What? Because people have done it in the past, have they? It's possible. Well, that's what happens when people are afraid.
You're scared and punch the actor.
Yeah. Well, that would go down really well. If you got so scared, you knocked out the actor. Jeez.
You know, they said you can swear to whatever you want. We're happy for you to swear and
carry on and scream or whatever, but rant, rave, yeah, but no,
just don't,
no physical.
Just don't physically touch the actors.
Well, I'm pretty sure they don't get paid to do it to be attacked by the clients. What do you call us anyway? Victims, more like.
The victims.
Being attacked by your own victim. Oh, who's the victim now?
Victim becomes the prey. I mean, the prey becomes
the predator.
That's it.
Not that Greg has watched any National Geographic shows of late.
Of late.
Seems to be more, you like Discovery. You like more of the gold redlining.
Yeah, or history and
No, I don't really watch much history now, babe. You don't?
yeah, I suppose. Depends what's on.
Well, I haven't really seen you. We got into a little bit of Rick and Marty. We haven't.
Rick and Morty.
Sorry, Rick and Marty. Rick and Marty. I'm thinking of my fish. Rick and Monty.
Morty.
Ricky. Oh my god! Hang on. And I haven't been. I don't drink or anything. Hang on a moment. Rick and Monty. That was hard. That was really hard for me to say. You guys know what I mean. I'm
Rick
sure you.
and Morty.
You probably come across these crazy. See, I've heard of it, but I've never watched it.
Same.
Never watched it, and then I gave it a go a couple of weeks ago, and it's funny. I'll say that much. But I have mentioned to Greg, I have a certain amount that I can take until Rick drives me a little annoyance with his burping. Well, it's not just the burping, it's the fact that you actually see the cartoon having dribble all over his mouth. Like, it's just fine burping, you know, a couple of times, okay, fine, but then when you're actually throwing up or dribbling as you're burping, that's when I'm just like, that's really gross. So I can't actually watch it and eat at the same time. I'm very sort of sensitive like that. But I mean, for those of you who have a pretty sick sense of humor, you'll love it. It's funny, it doesn't always make much sense, very sort of random.
Yep.
Kind of like, what is it, the Adventure Time? I found that so random. I mean, I gave that one a go, and I remember somebody we used to know was very much into that, and they thought that it was the bee's knees. I think, again, it's to a certain point you can go, yeah, I get it, and then it's like, it's just, you just lose your interest for a bit, because you just want something that makes sense. That's where my brain is. I don't know how you feel, honey, about those shows.
But time I got into a little bit, but I wouldn't say it was like.
Well, if you liked it that much, you would have still been watching it now, but you don't watch it now. And I think, you know, with us, if we find a show that we love, we'll stick to it to the very end.
I mean, we did do Courage the Cowardly Dog.
Well, that's my favourite. I loved
all that one way through.
I love that. That was the childhood thing for me, was Courage the Coward. Yeah, but it makes a little more sense. These other ones are so random. You don't know where they're going.
Yeah.
Alright, you guys, so we are currently in the Ainslie Football Club, and I'm really doing my best to make sure that I'm not recording other people, but it is really lovely here. Oh, Greg is here, so I'll just turn you around so you can see him as well.
Hi.
You've got a massive line of people, so I'm just behind you. You've got a massive line of people behind you,
right.
so I'm trying not to record them.
That's right.
But anyway, let me
What do you want? Do you want Coke?
Sorry?
You said?
For what?
Drink.
What? Sorry?
You want a Coke for a drink?
Please?
Or
Yeah.
Pepsi. Sorry, it's Pepsi.
Oh, look, that's fine. Either is good. So I haven't actually asked anybody if I can film in here, but I really thought I might be able to, as long as I'm just filming myself. But it's such a beautiful place.